Hello, and welcome to this corporate courses guide on the top 5 quotes from The Art of War by Sun Tzu, and kind of where they apply in business and in life. So let's get started. The first quote is actually 2 quotes, and is, "If he is superior in strength, evade him, attack him where he is unprepared, appear where you are not expected." So what does this mean? Basically, it means know yourself and your enemy. Know where your enemy's weaknesses and strengths are, as well as where your strengths and weaknesses are. That way you know how to attack your enemy in the best way possible. By doing this, you'll be able to allocate the best amount of resources to the areas where you are the strongest. You won't be wasting resources on areas where you're not strong. It would make no sense to waste these resources otherwise. Also, by doing this, you'll be able to understand how to work around and not fight the enemy head on. You want to try to do this without fighting the enemy. You want to try to find a way to not waste resources in an area where you don't need to. An example of this would be Coca-Cola versus a small beverage company. If this small beverage company tried to do the same exact thing as Coca-Cola does, it would be hard for them to take direct market share from Coca-Cola. That's why they'd have to diversify or change their product to have a superior offering to Coca-Cola. The second is, in war, the victorious strategist only seeks battle after the victory has been won. Now, what does this mean? It means understand your problems and your passion fully, understand what you're trying to do, inside and out, backwards and forwards, so you know every aspect of it. So by doing this, what you're aimed to do is you will then be able to put in the work and understand your problems and your passion fully. You'll be able to know all your areas of, like I said before, advantages and disadvantages, and so you can allocate the proper resources to where you need them the most. An example of this would be like Warren Buffett, the famous investor. He has already won before he's even started the battle because he puts in all the research into these companies, and he knows that with his strategy where its weaknesses and advantages are, so that he wins before he already even goes to battle. The third quote is, "In battle, there are not more than 2 methods of attack, the direct and indirect." I've already hit on these a little bit, but just to go with them in a little more depth. Now, direct methods are oftentimes more work, so the idea is to be creative. When you're building a brand or a team, it's not going to be easy. So be creative and figure out other workarounds besides just brute force. In doing this, you'll be able to study all angles of attack and know your team inside and out, and what is the best way that uses the least amount of resources. An example of this would be advertising in a big business versus a smaller business. A big business might use traditional marketing like TV, radio, and other types of newspaper, which are very costly and don't work as well. Whereas smaller businesses are forced to be creative and find ways to go viral and get the same amount of advertising on a little amount of budget. The fourth quote, "Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt." So what does this mean? So basically, do your due diligence, and it will allow you to form a strong plan of attack. So by doing this, you'll research and you'll know all the aspects of your goal and how to reach it, and so how you can best way get there. When you have your plan of attack, go quickly and take market share as quick as possible. The other part of this is if you don't have a plan of attack and you try to move quickly, it's just chaos. That's all it is. An example of this would be the internet boom in 1999 and 2000. Anybody that even touched the internet, businesses were buying them for billions of dollars, and it was just chaos. There was no plan of attack, and they wasted tons and tons of money on businesses that were not profitable. Now, the fifth and last quote is, "If they will face death, there is nothing they will not achieve." So what does this mean? This sounds a little brutal, but what this basically means in business is hire passionate employees. When you hire passionate employees, they're already self-motivated to want to work and want to do good work for your business. But the other part of this is also understand what incentivizes your employees to do better and to show up to work and want to work. That will be the best and optimal way to produce good work within your business. An example of this would be Elon Musk when his businesses was suffering in 2008 and 2009 of Tesla, and he took all of his money, which was about $20 million from PayPal, and invested it into Tesla, which basically turned the company around and motivated the employees. Now, if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and comment below what kind of videos you'd like to see or what topics you'd like to learn about. Thanks for watching.